Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster. Today we have some super exciting Star Wars The Black Series news to jump into because we got a brand new Black Series reveal and it's one of my most wanted figures in the line. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Really quick though, at 20,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away this Black Series Force Unleashed 3-pack. And currently we're like 400 subscribers away, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you guys so much for the support. If you do want a chance to win, make sure to 1, hit the subscribe button because you do have to be subscribed to enter. And 2, once we do hit 20,000 subscribers, I'll release a giveaway video. All you have to do is comment on that giveaway video to enter. Anyway, on to the video. So this figure was revealed at CCXP today, and it is actually the Mandalorian, but he's in his pre-Beskar armor, so he doesn't have like the all shiny silver armor. It's his episodes like 1 through 3 armor for the Mandalorian, but it is an upgraded version with all brand new articulation, so I am so excited for this figure. Now, if you didn't know, or you do remember, there was this version of the Mandalorian already released in the line all the way back in 2019 for Fan First Friday, whenever the Mandalorian first premiered, and it was such a sought-after figure. It was one of the hardest figures to get in the line of all time. Eventually, it did get restocks, and it was made available, but at the time, it was really hard to get, and it's one of the most iconic Black Series figures, in my personal opinion. He was actually the first figure I ever reviewed on the channel, and so I have so much love and nostalgia for this version of the character. But it is a little outdated. It does have the double jointed pinned legs, and overall it was in just much need of an upgrade, especially after we got that brand new Glavis Ringworld Mando. We saw how good a Din Djarin figure could be, and it really made me wanting an upgrade for this figure, and now we finally have one, and I'm so glad that we do. Actually, zooming in on the package here, you can see this is the Mandalorian from Pagadon, which I'm guessing is just the first world we see in the Mandalorian from the opening scene. But looking at the accessories in the box here, we've got some pretty good news because it does come with the vibro knife, which is an accessory that the first figure was definitely missing. And it looks like we also got a swappable hand here so that he can actually hold the vibro knife. That was a big problem with the Glavis Ringworld Mando, is that it came with the knife, but his hand didn't really hold it, and so we've got a swappable hand on a modern Black Series figure, and that's something that I know a lot of us have been asking for. Even if it is out of necessity, I'm still glad we are getting swappable hands. But one weapon that is very clearly missing is his long rifle. Mando had the rifle pretty much the entire time he was wearing this outfit, and it is completely missing from this figure, from the package. I don't know why. It is very important to the character, I feel like, and I know that he kind of loses it towards the end of Season 2 and most of Season 3, but he has it the entire time he's wearing this outfit, and so I think it should have been 100% included with this figure, and it's pretty much came with every other Mandalorian figure ever released since then, so I don't know why this one doesn't have it. We also do have another photo here from the panel where it was revealed, and we got another shot at this Mandalorian figure in action. For starters, this figure has the soft goods cape, and I think that is huge. That's something that the first figure didn't have, and only the most recent Glavis Ringworld figure had that soft goods cape, and that's one of the most requested changes in accessories for this figure, and so I'm so glad that they decided to give this guy the soft goods cape. That generally boosts this guy up tenfold because it is such a desired accessory and it adds so much quality to the figure. And we also do have a few poses of him here actually holding the vibro knife, and I think that looks super great. I do really like they included that extra hand. And from the actual first perspectives here, I do think they gave him ball jointed wrists, which is an upgrade from the previous Glavis Ringworld figure. That one has actual hinges, and so ball jointed upgrade would be huge, and that's really exciting that even though they could have just reused a lot of those older pieces, it seems like they are actually upgrading it with new articulation, and I think that is really, really good. This one will be a Target exclusive, and it'll be going up for pre-order tomorrow, which is December 5th at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm really excited for this one. I'm guessing it's going to be the standard $26.99 price for the new Black Series figures. Actually, I think it might be $27.99 actually now. So the $27.99 price. And so yeah, overall, I am just genuinely so excited for this figure. I've been wanting this one for so long. I even made my own custom version using parts from the Death Watch Mando as well as the Glavis Ringworld version, and so I have a full video partnered with Commander Cook making this custom. If you guys want to go check it out, go give it a watch, but it'll give you a good example of what this figure will probably end up looking like in person. And yeah, I'm just so beyond excited. I only have one pet peeve, and that is actually the right shoulder pad for this guy. He has the like tan and blue shoulder pad that he does wear during the opening scene of The Mandalorian, but the problem is like 10 to 15 minutes into the first episode, he goes and he gets his Beskar pauldron that he wears for the first 3 episodes. And so this outfit is only accurate for the first like 15 minutes of the show. And so I really wish they would have done a version where he has the silver Beskar pauldron with no like Mudhorn signet on it yet, because that would have been a much more accurate version of this Mando to actually span a few different episodes into the show. But again, on the other hand, they did name this one the Mandalorian from Pagadon, which is, again, specifically that opening scene on that specific planet. And so this outfit is scene specific to that planet. And so they did pretty much clarify which version of Mando this is from. So I guess I can't complain too much since this is like a scene specific outfit to a scene specific planet. But at the end of the day, I do think I like the more diverse like posing and display ability options that silver pauldron would have gotten us. I don't know if it would have been possible to do like a swappable shoulder pad for this guy. I don't know if that's possible at all, because you'd have to probably remove the whole arm. But I think that would be cool to see Hasbro do, just so you could swap out the parts and make it more scene specific and actually fit the version of the character that you want to display. But now that we are getting this version of The Mandalorian back on a modern body with modern articulation, there is one thing that I think Hasbro desperately needs to look into, and that is specifically a blurg. This is specifically a product that we already got for the Vintage Collection, and it's one of my favorite Vintage Collection releases ever. It's honestly one of the few pieces of Vintage Collection stuff that I've picked up. I'm not super into TVC, but when I do, it's cool stuff like this, and I absolutely love this Vintage Collection set, and I'd love to see it in BlackSeries. I think it is the perfect scale that it would translate over to 6-inch pretty well. I mean, as far as like the size goes, it's not too overly big. You could probably fit it into a box with the Mandalorian, and you'd charge about $50 to $75 for these two figures together. It's just an extra piece of like world building that I think Hasbro really needs to bring to the line. I know that they call the Vintage Collection like the world building line, and they call the Black Series the character line, but there's no reason that we can't get smaller vehicles and animals like a blurg into the Black Series. They scale perfectly and they make great deluxe slash more expensive sets. You could do it as a made to order item. I don't think it necessarily needs that though, but I think it would just make a good Hasbro Pulse exclusive. And the great thing is too, if you already got the blurg mold, you could do a second pack with Quill riding the blurg rather than just the Mandalorian, and so that way you're getting reuse out of it as well. So I think there's tons of great opportunities there. Anyway, I'd love to know what you guys have to think, so let me know down in the comments below. Do you like this figure? Are you going to pick it up? Because I know there was definitely some mixed reactions. That is going to do it for this video though. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.